Hello, and thank you for watching my video. This is a follow-up to a video I did a while ago looking at how you can maximize your weapon master pretty quickly, where I did 1,000 kills in 10 minutes. Well, I've had a lot of interesting sort of response to that. A couple of people were suggesting a few other areas, particularly in the fractals where you're fighting as a char. You get transformed into a char and you fight some veterans that are very easy to kill. And the problem with that is that the NPCs tend to get involved quite a lot. And so I thought I'd go around and look at other different ways in which sort of we can maximize this weapon master. And obviously the main problem with the method I actually chose is that it's to do with the personal story. And it comes rather late down the line, when you're in ore. So if you are starting off and you want to maximize weapon master, you do have to go all the way through your personal story to get to ore, and on that bit there. Now, for those of you who've not noticed this, the footage in the background is part of a personal story that you do as a Sylvari. And I thought this would be quite interesting because obviously ArenaNet are looking at pushing you to create Sylvari. So I'm on my Necromancer because I've got particularly the dagger, the warhorn. I wanted a few different weapons to maximize. And there's this story here which is a vision of darkness. And this is a story where you actually get transported to ore. And you can see some of the different weapons that I'm going to try and maximize. So we've got dagger, we've got the focus, and I think we're going to concentrate on those two for now, because I just wanted to show you why, what part of this personal story, because if you look, it's only level 20, so it is relatively quick to get to this Necromancer, or to get to this Sylvari personal story. And this is obviously, if you're not sure about a vision of darkness, I'd recommend looking on the wiki about this. But this is where you actually acquire, you find this mirror, and it's an Orion artifact, and the Pale Tree helps you to go through that, and you're trying to rescue Tegwin, I think she found it on the beach and got transported to ore. So we're trying to rescue Tegwin, and this part of the personal story, we're actually just generally fighting through enemies of ore, and this isn't part of the the bit how you get the weapon master. That comes later. But obviously I had quite a lot of good feedback from that, and I wanted to explore different ways in which we can maximize the weapon master title track. So there are, as I mentioned, the main way that I found was this way in or the personal story when you're killing all these spiders. And obviously I haven't managed to redo the fractal where I actually get the chance to kill all these enemies with just one shot. So I'm going to try and do a video next time looking at the fractals way of actually doing this and getting through a lot of the Weapon Master title tracks. This way I found isn't as good as my original way, but it's still valid for a number of different things. And I didn't actually do this correctly, to be honest. I had a few issues with the NPCs, which do tend to be the main issue when you're trying to do the Weapons Master title, and it's also why as a ranger it's a bit difficult. And also one of the major issues I stupidly forgot to do was I had these minions. And I thought, okay, once the minions, I've got the minions, they'll be killed. But the minions didn't die, and so I ended up with these minions taking all of my kills. So a little point: do not take any ads that during these type of things. So be it for elementalists, don't take any sort of summons. Fire it like sort of for the elementals. For the ranger, you want to watch your pet. You want to put it on passive mode. And for Necros, you really want to make sure you do not take any minions, because they will just, prevent you from killing all of these one-shotted enemies. And that's the main goal of this, to actually kill your enemy with one hit, or sort of making sure that you get the final hit, and that's where the issue comes from, getting that final hit with these weapons that generally take a long time to cool down. If you look there, my focus, I'm trying to utilize it, and it's got a 20-second cooldown on the focus skill 5, and it doesn't generally do too much damage. So this is one of the main problems that we have for some of the offhand weapons in particular. So things like the shield, the warhorn, the focus in particular, because there are only certain focus skills that, you know, I'd say the Guardian has quite a good focus skill that does significant damage. And so at the moment I do have an engineer because I'm trying to work on my rifle. I'm also, the engineer is very, very good for shield kills as well. The focus, you know, the elementalist is also very good for that, and that is pretty one of the main issues. I don't actually have any low-level elementalists, so Weapon Master titles are very, very tricky to get, particularly with offhand, and anyone that does actually have all of the Weapon Master title tracks maxed out, they've obviously done a lot of killing and spent a lot of time doing that. So we're at this personal story juncture here, and what we're going to see now, we're going to come up to the bit which is actually will get you your Weapon Master, sort of a lot of kills for your Weapons Master title. You can see there was an NPC that I decided not to res because I thought they would get into in my way. But my minions, I've got the Golem minion, and it won't die, unfortunately. So it was a real pain in the arse, and it really did sort of irritate me, the fact that I couldn't get rid of it. Obviously the health minion, you know, sort of the minion that heals you, that you can just press 6 and it will skill 6 and it will immediately sort of get rid of it. So yes, a few slight hiccups, but I'm hoping that, you know, you guys seeing this, it will make sure that you don't do the same mistakes I've done. But again, I wanted to show you, this is the personal story step. It's a level 20, which means it's the second section. And this is the part here now. All these spiders, look at them here. So very, very similar to my first method. However, the main issue being that they don't spawn as regular. If you notice here, they're not actually coming down as quick. They do respawn, and I was trying to find out where the quickest, you know, how far along do I have to be. So you can see they're respawning again here now. But don't be careful not to press too far, otherwise they will stop spawning. But you can see here I'm getting some focus kills. I'm up to 47%, my dagger's at 22%, and so we're going to try and get as much possible. You can see more spiders are coming along here, and the problem is obviously the flesh golem will kill them all pretty quickly. You can see I've consumed my other golem, but yeah, dagger master has gone up 1%. I'm doing a fair amount of kills. Dagger generally pretty easy. I probably might be better on thief with all the keep pressing 1. But again, you know, this is so easy to just get loads of kills, and it is a bit brainless. You know, you don't really have to focus doing much. But again, if we notice the golem is really getting in the way a little bit, and this is one of the main problems with having like NPCs. The NPCs are doing damage as well. And they're taking away some of those kills. Even though, you know, I'm getting a fair amount, it isn't as... You don't do as many as you would with my first method. But again, the alternate reason for doing this method as opposed to my method in my other video is that this only requires level 20 in your personal story. So if you want to create a new character, create a Sylvari, you'd only have to go level up to level 20, which doesn't take too long if you have Tombs of Knowledge, or if you have a experience scroll, or even if you want to do cooking and go out in the world and then do the first step of the personal story, which will get you a Black Lion chest key, and then you can start on this second part of it and go around and get a lot of these kills for your Weapons Master title track. So again, you can see here the golem's got stuck and he's drawing all the aggro, so I'm a little bit annoyed, and I'm probably gonna I'm showing you that this is not the right thing to do. But if you are looking, doing it Black Lion chest runs, and you want to, try and get, a few extra Weapons Master skills, create a Sylvari, level them up, go to level, sort of 10 or whatever, or 15, whatever. Well, you do have to get to level 20, but you could create a Necromancer. If you've got some Necro skills, you can then delete the character after you've done this personal step. Then go and create an Elementalist if you want to get some more focus skills. Or you can create, an Engineer to get some Engineer sort of kills for your rifle or for your shield. So this method is for those who are low level. And, if they want to create a new character, I would recommend doing it. This method is a very viable way. It might take a little bit longer, but if it just generally, you can just sort of sit back, listen to some music, and just relax, really. But the other main method we do have for getting this Weapons Master title track, it comes with killing the white sort of, you know, these the enemies that are generally, you know, they're sort of in the background, you know, that like the rabbits or the spark flies, the enemies that, you know, you kill in one shot. So like the snow owl here we have. This is me. I'm in the Borderlands, my home Borderlands, and at the north, so the Godsword. And these like enemies get killed in one shot, and so there are a lot of these enemies. Well, I say enemies, they're just you know, sort of creatures that are around, and they are easily killable in one shot. So you can go around here. You see here I'm getting kills with my shield. We also have, obviously, if you're doing pistol, you can get pistol skills, but I'm trying to use my get kills from my shield. This does take a lot longer, because obviously you're only killing a few at a time as opposed to many at a time with the other methods that I've just shown you. However, this is a easy way to go up if you want to do it a couple of, like, spend 10 minutes a day doing this. You can go around. I've missed there with the shield. But yeah, if you want to get some kills here, there are a few, particularly these chickens over here. You'll notice there's a couple of groups of these chickens, so you can get quite a lot of kills, or sort of 4 or 5 kills pretty quickly. You'll see here with my shield, I did the wrong thing. I had the wrong one targeted, but there you go. You can see there that I've just killed a load of chickens, and that's going to give me a lot more kills towards my Weapons Master title track. I think there's another group to the left around here, but these rats as well, you can see that's another kill for the shield. Over here I think we have the more of them. Yeah, here we go. So we've got some more chickens over here. So we're going to try and use a shield skill again. Hopefully they can line up nicely so we can use our skill 5 on the shield and get like sort of 5 in a row. But again, generally we're just taking a long time because the shield has a long recharge rate. So here we go. We pop this shield skill and that's 5 kills there. So a nice bit of extra sort of killing we get going there. And this is what I'm saying, if you are looking at just wanting some of these easy kills, just come to here. This is, you don't even have to be level 10, level 20, level 80. You can be level, 2 and come here with some weapons and just go around and get some kills. If there are a few that you've missed out, look like the Warhorn. It's very difficult to get, a lot of kills on the Warhorn, unless you're like a Necromancer or particularly Ranger. You'd only have 1 skill for the Ranger on the Warhorn. The Necromancer just tends to be the one that has the best, the most amount. But yeah, so I hope this little guide has been a bit more helpful. I will try and get some of the footage of killing the sort of enemies in the fractals. But again, if anyone has any other suggestions and they would like me to do a quick video on it, feel free to leave it in the comments section and I will gladly do this. I know this is one of the harder title tracks, so I am hoping that this will help you guys out. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you on the next one.